First, the headlines. Hill Areas Committee recommended Autonomous District Council ADC Bill 2021 not only unconstitutional but also unofficial document, asserts veteran politician O Joy. Manipur tribal student bodies indefinite economic blockade underway. Now normal commercial vehicles movement disrupted. Hundreds of trucks stranded at Mao Gate. And BJYM Manipur Yuva bike rally taken out. BJP will get sweeping win in upcoming State General Assembly elections, says BJYM National President Tejaswi Surya. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA RIAMEI. Veteran politician O Joy has said that Manipur Hill Areas Autonomous District Council Bill 2021 is unconstitutional and termed the document as unofficial. He said this during a press meet held at his residence today at Kakwa. Addressing the press meet, he said the government cannot simply pass the bill as it contains many sensitive issues. The government is violating the law by not announcing the unconstitutional bill as unofficial bill, he said. The government is deceiving the people by being a mere spectator of violation of law. Stating that the bill was introduced to create communal tension by outer force, he appealed to the people of Hill Areas Committee to consider the bill. Both the state and the center should try not to disrupt the peaceful coexistence of the different communities of the state, he maintained. The veteran politician also asserted that there is no opposition in forming law by introducing a bill for the welfare of the people of the hill areas following the provision of the constituency.
Assembly Secretariat, higher level Secretariat ki recruitment, karamaina thabhakani, mogi service condition no ine aise. Article 187 ki makha da same rule amagi makha na govern kawe. Hill Area Committee, manugi Hill Area Committee Order 1972 haile. Koi 10 presidential order asiki settle matters inga mari ne na wapan kana ne aduna resolution lobong ambagi sakti lai aduna tana Hill Area Committee na bill lama semaga draft tawduna puthopagi sakti amata leite.
Meanwhile, the indefinite economic blockade along national highways called by All Tribal Students Union Manipur Atsum has backed by other Hill Students Organization has disrupted normal commercial vehicle movements along the national highways of the state. Reportedly, hundreds of Imphal-bound goods-laden trucks and other commercial vehicles have been stranded at Mao Gate along National Highway number 2 with the commencement of the economic blockade. The blockade was enforced along Mao Imphal, Jiribam Imphal and More Imphal national highways in the state. Besides, around 18 vehicles carrying essential commodities have been stranded at Khongsang along National Highway number 37. However, passenger vehicles were allowed passage. Endorsing the economic blockade, Kuki Students Organization More block obstructed roads at Chikim village along Imphal More Road. It may be mentioned that the tribal students' bodies imposed the indefinite blockade after the demand to convene a special session of the Manipur State Legislative Assembly to table and discuss the Hill Areas Committee HAC recommended Autonomous District Council Bill 2021 was not fulfilled by the state government despite a 24-hour total shutdown imposed in Hill districts of the state on November 20th. With an objective to ensure BJP's victory in the upcoming State General Assembly elections and to strengthen Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha BJYM Manipur Pradesh, a political meeting was held at INA Memorial Hall, Moirang today. Later, BJYM Manipur Yuva rally was flagged off from the venue. MLA of Moirang Assembly Constituency P. Sarachandra, MLA of Oinam Assembly Constituency L. Radhakishore, ex-MLA of Moirang Assembly Constituency M. Prithviraj and BJP leaders accorded a warm welcome to BJYM National President and Lok Sabha MP Tejaswi Surya, BJYM National General Secretary and Lok Sabha MP Raju Bista, President of BJYM Manipur Pradesh M. Varish Sharma, among others, at the program organized by BJYM Moirang Mandal. The national BJYM leaders offered floral tribute to the statue of Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose in INA Memorial Complex and also visited INA War Museum. Speaking on the occasion, BJYM National President Tejaswi Surya acknowledged the diverse culture and art forms of Manipur, expressing confidence that BJP will get sweeping win in the upcoming elections. He reiterated that banned, blockade and frequent demonstration of agitations by the public have reduced to a great deal ever since BJP came to power in the state. He also stated that law and order situation in the state has significantly improved in the state.
इम्फाल में बहुत अच्छे सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम हम सब के लिए ऑर्गेनाइज किए थे। मणिपुर के नृत्य, मणिपुर के संगीत, साहित्य, ये सब देख के मन बहुत खुशी लगा। आई एम सो हैप्पी टू बी अमंग्स्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टुडे।
Later, BJYM Manipur Yuva Bike Rally, which will culminate at City Convention Centre, Imphal, was flagged off from Moirang, Chengai, Lampak. Major Konjang Bambi Zendra of 23 Assam Rifles Battalion from Manipur has been accorded the Shaurya Chakra for Gallantry and Distinguished Service Decoration 2020. President of India Ramnath Kovind presented the award to him yesterday during Defence Investiture Ceremony Phase 1 at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi. On March 22, 2019, Major Bizendra and his team received information about reported movement of proscribed armed militants in the forest area and challenged to surrender. A fire and shoot from both sides opened indiscriminate fire onto the spot. During the fire, the Major killed 2 militants. The award was presented to him for his courage and bravery, reports said. A cleanliness campaign named Clean Up Campaign 2021 under the supervision of former Minister Moirang Them Hemanta kicked off today. The campaign will be conducted at Tentha and Myren Khul in Wangjing Tentha Assembly Constituency till December 31, 2021. Speaking on the sidelines, former Minister and Congress intending candidate of Wangjing Tentha constituency, who is gearing up to contest the upcoming General Assembly elections, Moirang Them Hemanta said the campaign was launched to make the surroundings of the constituency neat and clean. On the other hand, hitting out at BJP, the former minister maintained no force can subdue the voice of the farmers and the youths.
Peaceful rally social service kutat hang pai batai adegi yopak pai tai mari shem sari da gari se kyam yam thar kar gi gari kun mari manga gi commando ge gari thajal leba akoi kari wa khan noi ba akoi social service to ma dam da aki ba kari gi phawli no ba natra ge akoi hanjan gar ge akoi to ge leri ba sarkar gi commando kangho sin akoi gi leri khulak mayam gi song ni ba ji moina sengbi ga dori ba aduna akoi da adugum ba akoi da mai amam thorak ka do ki hen kholam ta wi.
A public march with the message for a clean constituency was also taken out in the surrounding areas of Tentha and Myren Khul to mark the launching of the campaign. Chairman of Handicap Development Foundation Manipur, Sapam Jasobanta, has expressed concern over the low record of voters with disabilities in the state, stating that there are only 8,000 voters in the category enrolled in Manipur's electoral roll. He laid stressed on the need to find out the real figure of this section of the voter list. He said this during an awareness program on rights and importance of the participation of people with disabilities in upcoming elections held yesterday at Nungkau village in Tamenglong Tawang district. The program was organized by the Office of Chief Electoral Officer, HD Foundation, and State Platform of Disabled People's Organization, Manipur. He further said that since the introduction of Rights to Person with Disabilities Act 2016, 21 different disabilities have been recognized instead of 7 disabilities in the past. Zasobanta expressed happiness that the act is beneficial for people with disabilities. Face masks, sanitizers, blankets and edible items were distributed to children of destitute children home at Tera on the occasion of 89th birthday of former professor of Manipur University, Dr. M. Iboton. During the occasion, Dr. Iboton prayed for the well-being and success of the children at the home. Distribution program of cards for Ayushman Bharat PMJAY and E-Shram level along with a booth-level political campaign was organized yesterday at New Tusom village in Chingai Assembly constituency. The program was organized under the supervision of aspiring candidate of Chingai Assembly constituency in the upcoming general elections, MK Presho Shimre, and nominee for member of Rajya Sabha King Sanajauba Leshemba, and co-convener of medical cell of BJP Manipur Pradesh TH Sarachandra. PMJAY and E-Shram level cards were distributed to around 100 beneficiaries on the occasion. National People's Party NPP intending candidate of Kurai Assembly constituency in the upcoming state general assembly elections, Laitonjam Jayananda, has alleged the MLA of the constituency of misusing muscle power and of indulging in Gudaism. He maintained that Gudaism in politics is outdated and urged the MLA to serve the people as a responsible representative. Jayananda was speaking at the Ningol Chakauba Fest and a one-day political conference held at Ima Chingroibi Sanglan at Kurai Konsam Lekai today. Addressing media persons, Jayananda further related that his workers last night set out to put up NPP's flag in different areas of the constituency as NPP National President Conrad K. Sangma was able to take part in today's event. Meanwhile, the MLA along with his workers came at Kurai Hekru Makong while NPP's workers were putting up the flags at the same locality and allegedly assaulted them. Alleging that action of the MLA is utterly undemocratic and irresponsible, Jayananda maintained that he will contest the upcoming elections in a democratic manner and ensure the conduct of the elections in a free and fair manner. He further urged the MLA to be responsible representative of the people instead of misusing muscle power and indulging in violence.
Ngarangsi aikoigi party ki central leaders sing lakadabnina visibility khara leina ba hayana phiran yungba khotba taw matamda masida thuaningdaba thodok ma ngarang ahing midnight ama thokre masida honorable MLA masa lenga Kurai Hekru Makongda aigi leiba flag theliba phiran theliba worker jing ado mana masa yauna physically assault torpa amasung magi worker jingna madada sinaba gari thugaidana torpa haibasi yamna lebak macha tadaba pangdabagi thongni asoi baibasi aigi mina chorpusu yawgani magi mina chorpusu yawgani aduna miyamgi mihudam oina natraga daite leiba miyamgi mireba moina asoiba jingdo khoi miyam changna semtoknabagi mahutta mana sponsor tawraga mana lead tawraga Hector Gundai da politics tongni na khanba wakhanje masi matam nga chanadraba adugumba politics amani
SWIFT Thoubal, Nehru Yuva Kendra Thoubal and NSS units of YK College jointly organized a one-day training program of youths on Clean Village, Green Village today at YK College Hall, Wangzing in Thoubal District. As part of Special Summary Revision SSR 2022 under SBIP, District Election Officer and Deputy Commissioner of Thoubal A. Subas, IAS, distributed I Am Ready to Vote t-shirts to the participants. Deputy Commissioner of Thoubal A. Subas, IAS, Range Forest Officer of Kakching Range, Thoubal Forest Division, and Munal Meitei, District Youth Officer, Nodal Officer, Thoubal, Michael T. Mate, HOD of Mathematics of YK College, Professor K. Thoiba Singh, Department of Political Science of YK College, Professor E. Budhi Singh, and former Principal and HOD of Education Department, YK College, Dr. S. Birahari Singh, attended the awareness program as presidium members and resource persons. In the first session of the training program, resource persons spoke on various topics, while in the second session, a block-level declamation contest on patriotism and nation building with the theme of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Biswas, Sabka Prayas was held. Now we have a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
LX Sublimation. Pauna Bazaar, Imphal, JMG Shopping Complex, first floor. Mafam asida mag-printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame, sublimation ki pot khuding mag wholesale da pangbigani. Items available are mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame. All the mentioned items will be available at wholesale rate in LX Sublimation.
Welcome back. India has recorded 7,579 new COVID-19 cases with 236 deaths in the last 24 hours, 10.7% lower than yesterday. It brought the total caseload to 3.45 crore. With 236 deaths, the total reported death count increased to 4.66 lakh across the country. India's recovery rate now stood at 98.32%. A total of 12,202 patients have recovered in the last 24 hours, which brought the total recoveries to 3.39 crore across the country. Meanwhile, India's active caseload stood at 1.13 lakh and with a decline by 4,859. So far, India has administered a total of 71.92 lakh doses in the last 24 hours, which brings the total tally of doses administered to 117.63 crore. Uttar Pradesh is poised to become the only state in India to have 5 international airports as Prime Minister Narendra Modi will lay the foundation stone of the Noida International Airport in Jiwar, Gautam Buddha Nagar, Uttar Pradesh on 25th November. The development of the airport is in line with the vision of the Prime Minister towards boosting connectivity and creating a future-ready aviation sector. A special focus of this grand vision has been on the state of Uttar Pradesh that is witnessing the development of multiple new international airports, including the recently inaugurated Kushinagar Airport and the under-construction International Airport at Ayodhya. This airport will be the second international airport to come up in Delhi NCR. It will help decongest the IZI airport. The airport will be the logistics gateway of northern India. Due to its scale and capacity, the airport will be a game changer for UP. The University Grant Commission (UGC) has allowed universities to conduct up to 40% of the courses online using the Swayam website. This will help students to opt for massive open online courses. The National Education Policy (NEP) has suggested conducting online classes as it has a wider reach, expanding the access of the students from across anywhere and in the country and increasing the gross enrollment ratio (GER). As per the UGC, students can side-by-side attend the Swayam courses and their university studies at the same time. The score received on the Swayam website will be covered by certification and will be added to their degree program as well. Earlier, the credit limit was only 20% and now it has been raised to 40%, making the courses more accessible. Further, it has directed the colleges to make the necessary amendments within 4 weeks from the date of publication in the official gazette so that there is an integration between the institutions and the courses offered through Swayam. Indian and Japanese officials are working on ways to release national reserves of crude oil in tandem with the United States and other major economies to dampen prices, 7 government sources with knowledge of the plans told Reuters. Such an announcement could come as early according to a source familiar with the discussions, but White House and U.S. Energy Department officials said no official decision release had been made. U.S. President Joe Biden has asked China, India, South Korea and Japan for a coordinated oil stocks release as U.S. gasoline prices soar and his approval ratings slump ahead of next year's congressional elections. The U.S. government has been unable to persuade OPEC to pump more oil, with major producers arguing the world was not short of crude. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. Hill Areas Committee recommended Autonomous District Council ADC Bill 2021 not only unconstitutional but also unofficial document, asserts veteran politician O. Joy. Manipur tribal student body's indefinite economic blockade underway. Normal commercial vehicles movement disrupted. Hundreds of trucks stranded at Mao Gate. And BJYM Manipur Yuva bike rally taken out. BJP will get sweeping win in upcoming state General Assembly elections, says BJYM National President Tejaswi Surya. With that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.